Hey there guys, it's Charge Ryuka here. I've always wanted to do a Q&A on this channel for like the longest time. And there's this NGL or this app or whatever that allows random people or a community even to get together and ask questions or, to get a little bit more interaction. I've been seeing a lot of people doing it, and it's like, well, screw it. I'm gonna poke my curiosity here, and I'm gonna do it. So I got the first question here. Hopefully, I can stitch all these clips together on my phone because it's gonna be a really big pain. But the first question is, how old are you? Very basic, very simple. I am 33. I know, apparently, from past videos, people think because of my beard, I also have gray in my beard, that I'm 45. I am not 45, I am 33. I am 33 years old. I feel way older than that, but that's question number one. Stick around for question number two. Question number two. Do I have a dog? Do I have a dog? Well, yeah, well, you know what? She doesn't like being on camera. I've always stated I had a dog. As you guys watched past YouTube videos on my channel, that I have a dog. I have a black lab female, who's 9 years old. And she's the most important thing to me. I would do anything for this dog. And there she is. Kira. You boop the camera. You guys just gotta boop. That's the first time she's been on camera for probably 5 or 6 years. She's 9 years old. I would do anything for her. She's gotten me through so many things, especially especially with things that happened recently, say last year, where I was basically mentally drained. Wrecked my truck on my way to work. Found out that very same week that my aunt had, my late aunt who passed away, she had stage 4 cancer. And also, towards the start of this year, I lost my only remaining grandparent on my mom's side. So, she's gotten me through a lot. She's basically helped me keep my sanity, whatever's left of it. Hope that answers your question. Well, apparently this third question isn't really a question. It's more like, hey, stop leaving me on read. I probably should have pointed out, if you wanted to be recognized for these questions, you can DM me on Twitter. But no, I've been responding to just about every comment I get, whether it be on YouTube or on Twitter. I respond to as many messages as I get through Discord, through DMs. Unless you are someone who is a part of that thing where you follow somebody, hope they follow you back, and then you DM them, hoping to get a commission out of it. I get a lot of those, where people who do artwork and stuff like that, they send me, they follow me, and if I choose to follow them, just, what the hell, what not, it's not gonna hurt me anything. And then I get a DM, like, literally minutes later, like, hey, how's it going? Hey, I do this, and this. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not gonna go well. Don't do that. Don't. Find other ways to do it. You can't expect to get a commission right away. Now, I try to be nice about it, and I'll be like, "Hey, if I ever return to streaming, I'll get a hold of you, and we'll talk. We'll talk then." But yeah, hopefully answers that question, or that someone telling me to stop leaving them on read. Oh my God, this is a question. This is question number 4. This is an actual question this time, besides the first two. The second, the fourth question here. And if you guys like this series and like me doing something like this, leave a like down below. Subscribe. If you want me to do more, I will do more. I like interacting with people, with you guys. I'm a very socially awkward person. I'll get to answering this question for a second because it got me laughing for a good 5 minutes. But I'm not a people person. I don't like people. People are very hard to trust. But when it comes to online and stuff like that, I like to have interaction. I like to see and hear other people's opinions, and maybe also try and help people if I can. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, and no one ever does know everything. But if I can make or put a smile on someone's day, I'll do that. I'll do what I can. But to answer your question, whoever you are, the question is, for those who are curious, is how many kids do you want to have? Well, considering I'm single, all I have is a dog, so that's technically a kid. And I'm not married, and I don't have any other kids at all. So if I want to have, so how many kids do I really want to have? As many as possible. No, on all seriousness, probably, I would say, I always said 3 kids is always a good start. 3 is always a good start. So if you made it to this point, fine. But just so you know, get to about 216, 220, somewhere around there, then I'll actually answer the question. But I've always said, for as long as I can remember, 3 kids is a good start. I would like to have more than that, because only a few people know this, and I think my parents, or especially my dad, starting to get this in his head, to start to realize this, because it took him years to figure out, basically a lifetime, to figure out how much I hate living in this town. How bad I really want to be a father. To be able to have that extra drive to get up in the morning, that extra fire built, to be able to build a relationship, to be able to take your own kids fishing, to be able to teach them how to hunt and survive, to be able to teach them to manage money, to raise them right, to raise them to be respectful adults. To have that opportunity, I would give anything for it. I would even stop uploading if I managed to get to that. If I got that, I would stop uploading. No, it wouldn't probably stop me from playing games, but it would stop me from uploading. It'd stop me from recording. I would give streaming and the whole YouTube side of things, I would give it all up. I would, because everything that I want is to be a dad, to be a father, to have kids of my own. And with my track record and the life that I've had, That's never going to happen. That's the reality of it. That's what the reality of what someone like me has to grow up living with and having to put up with it, and knowing that I'm never going to have that. Knowing that I got to watch my cousins have their kids and get married, and watch my sister get married and have her kids and become a legitimate mom. And also to see my little brother finally meet somebody who straightens him up and also lights a fire in him to be better, and to get married and have his own kids as well. I would give anything for that, and I hope that answers your question. Here's question number 5. This question's a little bit awkward. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but the person who's asking me this question, it's a bit awkward, like I said. They're asking me who my first kiss was, and that was way back in first grade. First grade, I met a girl who I became friends with, and it kind of became more than that. And we were just first graders, so we obviously didn't know a hell of a lot. We actually had no idea what we were doing. But, yeah. Hope that answers your question. Now, this isn't really a question, but it was more like a nice message saying how much they care and that I should never forget how they care about that's basically what was said was, I fucking love you, dude, hope you never forget that, brother from another mother. That's basically what was said. And that's the thing. You gotta know who your friends really are. You gotta know who you can really trust. And it's really hard when it comes to online. You should never be that too trusting with anybody. But if you want respect, and this goes in life, both in online, if you want respect, you want people to trust you, you want people to like you, you gotta earn it. And I went through a hell of a lot of walls and a lot of people. And to this day, it's obvious, it shows that I still earned the trust of very few people. And to even consider, for them to even call me a brother, to even call me a friend, that hits right here. Another good question. Basically stating, if you knew everything as you know today about life and about the world today, as you were as a 10-year-old, how would your life be any different? Or what would have changed? Well, obviously, if I was 10 years old and I know all the stuff that I knew today, I definitely would have found another place that does not live in town, obviously. As I got older, even though I got really lucky getting this place, but I also would never have made the choice to go out with a psycho chick who, those guys, and it's kind of hard for me to prove it to you, but the ex that I had went out with, say 4-5 years, say after, you're 10 years old, 4 or 5 years later, I went out with a girl that seemed alright at first, And then she really started to really show her true colors, to where she was, if her friend was getting laid, she would cheat on me. She would, like, you know what, if my friend's getting laid, I'm going to get laid. She would cheat on me and try to hide it. But also, she was very attached to me in a lot of ways, that she just wouldn't give it up. Like, she wouldn't give it up, meaning she wouldn't give up and let me go. So if I was to just break all ties with her and go out with somebody else, she would somehow all of a sudden know who they are and try to ruin that relationship. She would try to ruin me. She went out of her way to try and get me expelled from school at one point. She's also attempted to kill me twice. And all because I wouldn't get her pregnant. I was a teenager. I was a teenager who didn't have an actual job. I had 2 part-time jobs, but those part-time jobs wouldn't been able to pay for a kid like my current job pays now, because I work full-time. So it's kind of hard for anyone who puts in the amount of hours and gets up as early as I do to still have time to record and do all the stuff that I do. It's because I never stop working. I would definitely, even though it's in my blood to never stop working, to always keep going out there and doing more, I probably would have take breaks more often. I probably would go on vacations a lot more. I probably would try to actively go out to parties more often, or try to interact with people, even though I hate people. It's kind of hard for me to be able to hold a conversation with people, with anyone really. Because if how I am, I won't talk to you unless I know for a fact that you'll listen. If I could tell that you won't listen to me, I won't talk to you. That's basically the way it is. So, I would take more breaks. I would make better choices when it comes to dating. I wouldn't put myself through torture, being stalked by a psycho ex who attempted to kill me twice for not getting her pregnant. I would make better choices in who I call a friend, and that's a call out to people who I supported 3 years back, who I went through a lot of hell defending. At one point, nearly lost my job at the point of it. So, I would still have the friends I currently have, but obviously, I would make better choices on who I choose to call a friend. So obviously, I would choose to be a little bit more social, take breaks often, go out on vacation, and stuff like that. Just basically make better choices. And this last one is, how are you feeling today? I feel pretty good. It's actually quite nice out. And I think I might go work on some stuff outside, work on some fishing poles, maybe try and get some reels to work. I like taking reels apart. For those of you guys didn't know, I try to work on my fishing poles, especially the reels. If they just won't work, I end up throwing them away. But I also try and take them apart to fix them to find out what broke. But I have a feeling it's probably going to rain again tonight. I see another patch of clouds in the horizon. But Hope that answers your question. Hope you guys are feeling great as well. If you feel like you like this series and want me to continue it, I will post a link down in the description, and you can go from there. Send actual questions, though. Send questions. Peace. Hey there, guys. It's Charge Ryuka here. You know, I've always wanted to do a Q&A on this channel for like the longest time. And there's this NGO or this app or whatever that allows random people or a community even to get together and ask questions, or you know, to get a little bit more interaction. You know, I've been seeing a lot of people doing it, and it's like, well, screw it. I'm gonna poke my curiosity here, and I'm gonna do it. So I got the first question here. Hopefully I can stitch all these clips together on my phone, because it's gonna be a really big pain. But the first question is, how old are you? Very basic, very simple. I am 33. I know, apparently, from past videos, people think because of my beard, I also have gray in my beard, that I'm 45. I am not 45, I am 33. I am 33 years old. I feel way older than that, but that's question number one. Stick around for question number 2.